Hello, it's Gwen. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to do a flip through. Uh, and happy Easter to everybody if you celebrate Easter. It is Easter Sunday. I'm here to do a flip through. I made this junk journal. I'm doing a swap on Junk Journal Junkies, and it was use your own stash. And believe me, I did. Everything in here came from my stash. This is a smaller one. This is, let me measure for sure. Uh, we had to have a maximum and a minimum. This is by 5 by 7. There are 128 pages. There are 4 signatures plus the 128 pages plus all kinds of other inserts and etc. I've used lace. I've used all kinds of memorabilia. On the front, I've put now the cover. The cover is wallpaper. My daughter's an interior designer and she has provided me with several wallpaper books. I really like this paper. It's real sturdy and nice and heavy. Here's my little insignia on the back. Now the spine, I covered up with a plate and then I of course added the charms. And this is Butterbee Scraps is where I got this. It's like a Tim Holtz, but it's larger. Got all kinds of charms. The bicycle, scissors, a heart, a cameo, crystals, etc. on the side. And I made a plate to cover up the stitching. It's a 5-hole pamphlet stitch stitched through the spine. The front is, the picture on the front is from Artemis. The flowers are I Am Roses, and then there are some from most of these are I Am Roses, and the little rosebuds are I Am Roses. The rest of them are from Michael's. I just tied a cloth type ribbon around the front, made a big knot, and tied it around the front. Now the picture is enlarged for it's a digital download. It's enlarged, and then I did round the 2 corners, opposite corners, and then I put it on a piece of white uh, chipboard. The chipboard back was already white. I distressed it. I stamped it with my French stamp. I've added 2 grommets, one on the front and one on the back, and I have secured it with seam binding uh, that has been coffee dyed and sprayed with some Tim Holtz spray. Let's go inside. It is a chunky monkey. I mean, oh, I just kept adding and adding and adding, and I just love it. So let's go inside. I'll go through this as quickly as I can, but I want you to see it. I made a pocket out of some burlap that was already adhered. The backing was already paper, and then I added some lace across the top. I got the burlap adhered on the paper at Michael's, and the lace came from Hobby Lobby. Here is the little boy and the little puppy dog. Those are from Tim Holtz. This is just a glassine bag, a little miniature glassine bag. I just put a little clear tag in there. I distressed and stamped it with scissors. Got the little glassine bag uh, from Denise at a Tattered Dream. Here is just a card uh, that says our memories. I don't know where I got that. These are from a Tattered Dream, and I cut them out and then I just backed them. I didn't like the white background, just backed them. This is a postcard that I had in my stash that you could journal on, and I don't recall where I got that either. So these all go in that front pocket on the inside cover. Okay, the front of the first page. Now all the pages are encased in cardstock. Now, I think all of these cardstocks are, oh dear, I don't know the name of it, and I will put it down below. It's a whole packet I got at Michael's. Excuse me. The first page, and I made little, excuse me, I made little uh, enhanced paper clips. Each page on the front has a piece of chipboard, and then all the chipboard is from graphic 45. I have stenciled on the front, as you can see, on each page, and then our little uh, paper clip. When you turn over, there's nothing. There's a doily. Now, this is calligraphy paper that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I just took a Martha Stewart and punched the center. This says Follow Your Dream, and this was a Tim Holtz stencil that I stenciled on. I left a lot of blank pages. This is a paper bag that is it's a glassine bag, but it's kind of the echre color or the darker color. This is a greeting card that I got at a specialty shop. I absolutely love it. I rounded the corners. Now underneath was a black piece of paper, and I also stamped where you could journal. There was a black piece of paper because the bicycle is uh, stamped out, cut out, and the black piece of paper, of course, enhances the bicycle. I glued it down so it wouldn't be floppy. So it does have some lettering on it, or some lines on it, and it fits in our little glassine bag. Now there again, as I say, I've done a lot of blank pages. This is a belly band that I made from the paper as well. Now I have secured these with little Tim Holtz clips, paper clips, simply because I did not increase the depth of the belly band, but it appears to be a little bit loose. This is just a little fold out book with some stamping on it, or you could journal in it as well. It's just made from the same paper line that I used for the book, and I've secured it closed with the little paper clip. If I can get it back in here. Yeah, there we go. And then there is a card, a greeting card. Now I just downloaded these, and I apologize. I will try to put down below where I got these. I got a whole 2 or 3 pages of these for very little digital downloads, and I saw these on another YouTube, and I apologize again. I cannot remember, and I will try to put that down below. This is just a plain tag that's put in there, and I've also secured that with a paper clip simply because I say they kind of slip around. There we go, and then we'll put this one back in here. Okay, turn the page. And this is a crocheting book that was my mother's, and it is an antique. Here are some more stenciling that I did with a Tim Holtz stencil, some more blank pages. This is the other side of the, no, this is a book page. This is a book page. This was a stencil from Tim that I just did partially. Now this is Tim Holtz paper that they no longer make. I bought as much as I could find because I love it. They call it a glassine, but it's quite, excuse me, quite heavy. So I put that in the center, and then on the center on the ties, I did a couple little tags on the strings. I know the gal that started that was Hearts on a String, but these are just little round tabs with little flowers stamped on them. Here's another a stenciling I did. It is not a Tim Holtz. I don't recall the name of it. And here's the other side of that book page to come out of a book that I got it and made another book out of it. Here's another page. Now here is a envelope, and this is from Sagrita Coffee online, and she made, I bent that little flower a little bit. She made it all. It's all stitched with some fabric behind it. This is just a little envelope that I bought. I think I bought this from Tattered Dream as well. Here's a little girl on it that's one of Tim Holtz's. And then I've secured it with one of the little paper clips. And then inside, I just have a little piece of coffee dyed paper that you can unfold and make notes on, or hidden secrets or whatever. That would be fun. Okay, and I secured it again with the little, I use these little paper clips all the time. I love them. So that goes down into the pocket. And then there again, this is a pocket itself that you could put something in if you wanted to on there, but I didn't. I just put them in the back, and that goes there. Trying to do this fast. There's the other side of the knitting book that was Mother's. Uh, just plain paper. Here's another stencil of Tim Holtz. Here's the back side of the glassine sack, little lunch bag. I made 4 books. Each one of the back side of the glassine sandwich bags has a book. They're all hand sewn. They are to journal in, and I started with a distressed doily, and then on the second page, I thought it was the second page, the back, I stamped, and then here's just a cut apart. Here's where I stitched it together, and some more journaling. So this fits in the back side of all the lunch bags. Each one has one. Let me get this back in. I don't want the video to be... I'm going to also post this. Of course, we need to post these on Junk Journal Junkies because we have to have these posted by the 6th. I'm going to take a few photos, but I'm also going to post how you can get to this video. Here's another one of Tim Holtz's little girls pictures, and on top of a flourish. Here's plain. Here's another the calligraphy paper and a doily. This is just a piece of extra lace that I had that matches the front part on the front pocket, and I just stapled it on as a little tag. Now this is the second signature. This is just a key. There again, here is the enhanced paper clip, and there again, here's some more of the stenciling along the side. They're virtually all the same. I make all my books the same. If I got 5 signatures, 6, whatever I've got, I lay them all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put 5 doilies. I put 5 this, 5 that. Then I do go back and enhance each one, maybe a little different. But primarily, they're all the same with the stamping. And this is all coffee dyed paper. Here is the front part of the sandwich bag, and here's another one of Artie Mae's Western Union Telegraph. So that's in here. Got my arm wrapped around mine. Here's another belly band, and it's the same thing. I've got another card. I've got another envelope with a little tag in it, the little glassine envelope that came from a Tattered Dream from Denise. I'll try to add these down. Now this came from Sagrita as no, I made this. I made this one. This is a fold out. This is just a cut off. It's a half a sheet of paper, and I just folded it and folded it down and stressed it. I made the flowers. I took coffee dyed paper and stamped it with my French script stamp. Then I have 2 punches that are Stampin' Up! Flower punches, punched them out, distressed them, etc., and put them together. And then I put a little button in the center that I put a tie with a stamp across the top. So they're fold outs, like so. I think there's just 2 in here. This is another part of Mother's crochet book. She would be, well, I wish she'd be pushy. I don't know if she'd like me cutting it up. This is another part of the book page that's in there just for interest. There's the center of the second signature. There again, it is the heavy glassine paper of Tim Holtz. I love it. It's like it's not oily, but I don't know, it feels kind of oily. And then there again, here's our little not hearts on a string, but our little deals on a string. And then we go through. Here's the back part of the page. This is just a tag that I stamped. This is, oh, it's a tag that I stamped, and then there's 2 little girls that are Tim's. I put it on with a paper clip, but then I put some hot glue underneath, so it is secure. It doesn't come off. Here's the back side of the glassine sandwich bag, and here's another little book. There again, they're all made the same, with some lines and some stenciling, and the Tim Holtz on the front. And then there again, they fit down fit down in the bag. Some more calligraphy paper, another doily, another lace tab. There again, this is number 3. It's got the it's got a graphic 45 tag, and it's got the enhanced paperclip. There again, the doily and the calligraphy paper. As I say, I've left a lot of. Now this is the sandwich bag. I don't know where I got these. I think I got them at Michael's. They're in a little bag, and they're just a little card that you could write on, and they're just in a little glassine bag. And then there again, here's another card, and I forgot to put, I will put the back on this. Excuse me. That is Artie Mae's. There's another belly band with another card. I can't remember, but I will look this up. I got all these postcards. I mean, they're just gorgeous. And I forget who on YouTube, they were making a junk journal and used them and gave, you know, where they got them. I'm not sure. I think it was Wendy. And then here's another book page. Here again, we're at the center of our third signature with the little the little covered strings. You could close these up if you don't like them. You could stitch that or staple or glue and cut these off if you didn't like them hanging down. I didn't do any sewing in this. I've been doing a lot of sewing, but I just didn't. This is another book page. I'm trying to hold this so you can see it. Here's some more stenciling with Tim Holtz numbers. I did some ragged edges on the edges. There's the another part of the crochet pattern. Here's another fold out that I made that you can journal on. It'll be hard taking pictures keeping this open. Another stencil, Tim Holtz stencil. Another book. It is virtually the same as the other books that I showed you. It's made exactly the same with the same papers and stamping. Come on, get in there. I love little booklets inside the books. Of course, just plain paper. Here again is calligraphy paper and a stencil, and here's the back side. Now, as I say, all of these signatures are closed with paper. Here's another key hole plus the enhanced paper clip. And here we go again with the doily and the calligraphy paper. Here's another Artie Mae's, and here's another one of those little cards. Now, several of those cards did not have the little bags, but some of them did, of course. Here's another one of the Artie Mae's postcards. Here's another, oh, excuse me, another belly band. This is just a little cut off from the paper, and I just opened up. You could put a photo in there or whatever you need to do. Now here's another one of the little cards that's in the glassine bag, and then here's another postcard that I also I think I put that on the back of something. Oh, I just dropped it. I'll get it later. I'm getting cramps in my hands. Okay, and here's another page that I just used a Tim Holtz. It's not a line stamp. It's really a different stamp or template. Whoops. And then here's a family. That looks like my grandmother and mother and me when I was little. Here's another of the crochet patterns, and it happens to be upside down. I apologize, but trust me, I'm not tearing them. Now this is another Sagrita's paper. Sagrita's paper coffee. Sagrita's coffee. It's a pocket down here, I just glued it before I left. And this is just a tag that I made. It says, wishing you all things fabulous with the little puppy dog. Tim Holtz, that is so cute. I can't stand it. And then I stencil on the back with the little Tim Holtz stencil. I love that stencil. It's kind of hard to use because it's all open, but it's really, there's another book page. Here's another center of our last signature with the little ties finished off. Another part of the book page. We go on lots. There's another pattern. Well, that's the other side of the pattern. It's upside down. There's some more stenciling of Tim's. My hand is not that big. It is a chunky monkey. Here is the back side of the sandwich bag with another book. There again, they're all virtually the same. Well, they are the same. Not virtually the same. They are the same. And then we go on with another stencil. The colored paper. Here's the other thing. Now, the back, the inside back, I made a pocket just like the front with the burlap on the paper. This comes in a pad at Michael's. I really liked it. It was really cool to work with. And then I put the lace on as well. Now, these are 3 buttons, and these are G45 buttons. I threaded them with just brown ribbon. Now, this is just a little book from a cutoff that I made that you could put a photo in. Here is a tag that I made, just a tag, and I stamped it, and I made the flower, and on the back it's just stamped. Now here's a small pocket book that Sagrita made that you can put something in. I didn't, but here's a small one. She made 2 different sizes. It's Sagrita's Coffee. So I've got that in the pocket. I've got the tag in the pocket, and then just the little book that you could, and then the back, oh, the back is just plain. I love the paper. This is wallpaper, and it is real heavy. And when I put this on with, I think I used spray glue, so it would all adhere real nice and smooth. There's no bubbles or anything in this. And this is chipboard. Now I made the I stenciled on the back of the spine, and there again I secured it with seam binding. Let me tie it up here a minute so you can. It's hard. Just a minute. I usually put it between my legs. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just moved the camera. I usually put it between my legs. I'm right here to hold it together because it is so thick and it's hard to hold together. And that's why I use the grommets. I usually run the ribbon through, but I was afraid it would tear. Now, I don't know who, I'm going to post this. We have to have these posted, and then I think they divide up who you're going to swap with. I have no idea. I've also made a goodie bag to send along with a bunch of goodies that if they wanted to add more, I just don't know where they put it, but they could, or use it for other projects that they're working on. So I made a goodie bag that I'm going to send along with the book to my swap partner and hope they enjoy it. So as I say, this is my, it's my contribution or it's my swap book for the swap of Use Your Own Stash. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, my name is Gwen, and I will be posting this. I'll be posting photos on Junk Journal Junkie either today or early, probably today, later today. So we are required to do that, which is great. Then we get to kind of see what's going on. Hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed making this. I went overboard, but that's okay. I do all the time anyway. So if you have any questions, please email me at gcasteel@comcast.net. And without that, I still wish you, continue to wish you a happy Easter. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.